Nice to see a little bit of red kit in the shed. So tell us a little bit about what the Kverneland gear does for you and your operation and where it fits.
No doubt about it, Simon. No stranger to Kverneland, having had them in the UK. I'm delighted to be able to purchase similar machinery here in New Zealand. We find with our current cropping scenario we have quite often got crop residue, and I know it's now fashionable for people to say I don't plough anymore, and it's all supposed to be soil enhancing, not to invert soil, but I personally feel to get rid of crop residue there's nothing like a plough, and there's nothing like a Kverneland for dealing with sort of grass sward, maize stalks, such crop that's often quite difficult to get rid of. And also some of those crops also host such diseases as fusarium. So we like, particularly after maize, to plough the soil, get a clean seed bed and start again. And there's nothing like this plough for dealing with those sort of residue build-ups.
The 6-metre Qualidiscs, tell us a little bit about where they've fitted into your program and what you're achieving with those.
We, up until purchasing the Qualidisc, we were relying on a tined cultivator with crumbler roller, etc. And we often found that some of our off-farm work included trying to destroy stalky residue such as maize and brassica stalks after cows, and the tined cultivator didn't really do a good enough job.
Yeah, right.
And I've driven past your depot many times and thought one day maybe we'll have a Qualidisc.
You said that.
And we succumbed to it last year and haven't looked back. It's been a wonderful addition to our fleet of machinery, and the times we use it now and think, how on earth did we manage without it? And the other thing about dealing with you guys, I don't think I remember once coming into power farming and being told I'd have to wait for a part. Those parts are on the shelf, so important, we're back in action the next day. The Qualidisc, very user-friendly, very little wearing parts on it, very little maintenance, and today, we've had several drivers use it and have all been very impressed with the finish it's done.
Yeah, good.
And customers too have said, wow, what a marvellous machine that is.
How are you finding the knock-on points, Bill? How are they going for you?
Oh, really well, Simon. I mean, to change 8 on one side and 8 on another, in the old-fashioned way with nuts and bolts, was nearly a morning's work.
Big job.
Today it's just a matter of knock the old point off, bang the new one on, it's a quick pit stop, and we're back in the paddock in no time.
Nice.
I remember back in my England farming days we were on some quite abrasive soil, and we ran other models of plough in those days. It doesn't matter which ones they were, but I can remember seeing as a young guy quite a pile of old worn shares in the corner of the workshop,
right.
And thought that was how it was. And then I remember buying our first Kverneland plough, and our old ploughman of many years took one look at me and he said, Bill, now we've got a plough. From that day onwards we've never looked at anything else but Kverneland. When it comes to soil engaging machinery, in our opinion it takes some beating. And delighted with this plough. The auto reset, we often work on contracting work off farm where there's quite a bit of stone, and this auto reset saves everything, and the plough's as good today as it's ever been, and the damage to it is minimal, well, non-existent really. Again, very, very important going forward, and investing this sort of money in quality products.
Yeah, well, it's pretty exciting as well. This year being the 140th year of Kverneland, I was lucky enough to visit the first forge back in June in Norway to see where they first forged their first plough, so that was a pretty special moment and place to be.
Well, there's the one thing about it, if they hadn't been any good, they wouldn't have lasted 140 years, would they?
100% right,
yeah. No,
good.
Very pleased to have it as part of our kit.